brother and I decided to go to Toronto for the weekend in September, and it was such a great time. You guys know Toronto is sort of like my getaway place because it's just a really nice city that you can just do shopping, you can relax, and you can just find something to do, and it's pretty easy to get to and it's pretty affordable. So we got to Toronto around 8 a.m. So this is us going downtown, and first, of course, starting off with coffee. We had a few places in mind. That's the CN Tower, but we did not do everything as planned because we just kind of lost track of time. But this is us getting our coffee, of course. And this is me just walking and just like making sure I look decent because the wind was sort of picking up this early in the morning. And you guys know I don't like filter my videos. Like, I just prefer it to be like realistic, like in real time. So that's just me like smiling in the camera and just like, you know, walking. And this street was actually us going towards the Winners. It's sort of like a drugstore, a Canadian drugstore, and they have like everything you can think of. Think of like Walgreens, CVS. I love going to Winners because I love the cosmetics area. I love the skincare. I love the snacks. Like, I don't know if you guys watch my videos in Italy, my friends and I are obsessed with like going to pharmacies and just like trying different snacks and things that we cannot get in the US. So you guys can see, actually Shoppers Circle or Shoppers World, actually. Winners is also similar, but you guys see this? Like, it looks kind of like our CVS Walgreens, but they have so many different products that we don't have. So after getting that, we ended up walking towards downtown Toronto because it was still relatively early, and surprisingly for a weekend, especially a Saturday, it was really dead. And I had no idea that Toronto isn't really like, it's pretty quiet, which is okay, but I had no idea. I never experienced it being this quiet, but I can't complain. It was still nice, you know. No complaints, but a lot of stores weren't open just yet. So we just figured, like, let's just do some walking downtown and just figure out what we want to do next. So as you can see here, we're just like walking, and I'm just getting some footage of the stadium. It's so beautiful in person. So that's that. And then that's us like walking over the bridge. You can see a little bit more of the stadium. And then here, the Blue Jay Stadium, more up close, and we're just walking down these stairs, which this was fun because I've never been to this part of Toronto. Keep in mind, I've been to Toronto plenty of times, and I've never seen it. So it was really nice to just see other parts. So that's a plus when with traveling with someone, because you guys know 90% of the time I'm traveling solo. So this was a very different experience, and this kind of looked like Miami a bit, like condominium, like tall buildings. But yeah, and then this is the outside of the stadium, and then I took a picture of Tim Hortons because, I mean, it's a Canadian staple, and we decided to actually sit by the pier, and it was such a lovely day. There were so many different planes that we watched go by. It was just a really nice time where you could just like enjoy nature and just sit and relax and just get some sun and just like, you know, chill out. So that's what we did. We stayed here for about 2 hours, and it was just so soothing and relaxing. And this was one of the best parts of the trip, actually, was just sitting here and just like enjoying nature, because you guys know it's going to be cold soon. I don't know when I'm going to go back to Toronto, but you guys can see the plane taking off. That was a really nice shot as well. And then this is us heading back towards the CN Tower to possibly go to Ripley's, but that's when we realized that it was really crowded. So we stumbled across this museum of a lot of old trains, and it's a historic site with abandoned trains. That's me just looking perplexed because I never recognized this place. So I thought it was pretty cool and different. So it's something you could check out that's free. You can actually take pictures on some of them, and that's just me taking a picture in front of the CN Tower and also in front of the museum site. And yeah, it was kind of cold that day. That's why I have on a hoodie. But as you can see here, that was a really unique, interesting experience. So yeah, this is the aquarium. I've been before a few years ago, but it was way too crowded, so we passed on it. And my brother doesn't like heights, so we did not go up the CN Tower. And then we just started walking again, and I came across this beautiful park as well. and just kind of like stop for just a few minutes to just catch our breath before heading to Kensington Market. Kensington Market, everyone says you must go to when you're visiting Toronto, and that's what we did. So it was about a 1.5-mile walk. We did not take any Ubers and Lyfts here throughout our entire time in Toronto because when you're traveling to cities that are this large, it's best just to kind of like walk and see more things, because you guys know the more you walk, the more like random stuff you find, like this. And you guys know I like a nice spa day. So if you go to any Chinatown, you'll find a really nice spa deal. So that was that. And then this is Kensington Market. It was really dead, but keep in mind, this was about almost 10 o'clock in the morning and I dropped my phone. This is me going through like this gravel road where there was a lot of vendors setting up shop. So I recommend coming to the market around noon because here it was just still too early. So we ended up leaving and just walking around and doing some more sightseeing right in front of the Toronto Convention Center. And my blood sugar started dropping. I didn't know what to eat. I just got a Kit Kat and I felt instantly better. And then we stumbled across this donut place, which I rate a 6.5 out of 10. Presentation was good, but it just wasn't the best donut I've ever had. And then we just ended up going to the mall to see if we can find food. I don't know what was going on with us this day. We could not decide what we wanted to eat for dinner. So we ended up literally just eating some bar food to go. And it was just so funny. But this is Toronto. Until next time, guys. Bye.